So, in 2 minutes or less, please tell us about your business.
Good morning. It's a delight to be here. My name's Paul from Paul Henry Architects. We are a multi-award-winning firm of architects based here in East London. We do planning permission, building regs, contract administration for all projects. We specialize in auditorium design, so in what you're into today is what we do. And residential from 1 unit to 100 units. Who do you know who knows an excellent firm of architects who can deliver in terms of planning, building regs, and on-site? Because that's what we do. Paul Henry Architects, thank you.
Good job. So, who can tell me who he is and what he does? Raise your hand. This is an interactive event. Who is he and what does he do? Victoria. Architect. Who else can tell me what's his name? Paul. Okay, who's next? This is a business event, and we have shy business people. Like I say every year, guys, the people, you can come up, sir. The people who are here that are afraid to talk about their business, there's someone out there who doesn't run a business as well as you do, but is on it and is marketing their business every opportunity they get. So if you could introduce yourself, say who you are and what your business is.
Thank you. Hello, hi. My name's Steve. I work for the local London Careers Hub. And just think about when you were 15, 16, did you have the information you needed to make your choices when you were at school? My job is to help people have that information about work, because schools are very good at promoting academic routes for 16-year-olds. They don't know quite as much about vocational routes. And so what I'm trying to do is to bring people from business into schools' careers programs to help them get the information they need about work. Because academia is not for everybody. And people can sometimes go through the vocational route and they find it's a much better fit for them than going on to A-levels, university, etc. So my role is to get people, what I want to do is bring people like you into schools' careers programs to give them the information they need about work opportunities and work options for them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So who is he and what does he do? Somebody? Anybody? You know, all right, everybody knows this from school, that thing where when you don't want to be called on, you look down. Never do that. That's just a magnet to be called on. So always make eye contact and look super confident, then no one will call on you. So who is he and what does he do? Yep. And what I heard is he brings business people into schools, hint, hint. So what potentially could any of you talk to him about? Exactly, exactly. So one of the things that I do want to cover off in the morning is I want to talk about networking. I want to talk about the importance of networking, and even more so, the importance of face-to-face networking. I'm old enough to remember before the internet. I'm also old enough to remember before COVID. And one of the things that I think did happen during COVID is we've got very used to using screens and let me Zoom you. Like, people in my office will Zoom me, and I'm like, but you're right there. Or you could have just called me because you're not sharing your screen anyway. But one of the things about networking is don't network when you need something. That's not the only time that you should network. So don't wait until you need to connect with someone to build your business to start networking. As a business owner and as someone who has a product or a service, you should be your best salesperson. You should always have a card. You should have your pitch ready at all times, because you never know when you're going to get an opportunity to talk to the person that can take your business to the next level. So one of the things that I really want to stress to people, make sure you attend networking events, make sure that you're prepared, make sure that you're interested in other people. Because networking, one of the biggest put-offs for me at networking events is that person that's, hi, my name is, I do this, and never asks me about my business. Never asks me about me. I think it's Maya Angelou who said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And when you feel like someone values you and is having a conversation with you about your business and wants to know about you, and after that conversation can actually remember who you are, what you do, and potentially what they can do for you. There's the laws of reciprocation. People will give back to people who have given to them. I used to be a member of BNI. Who here is a member of BNI? Who's heard of BNI? Big fan of BNI. One of my biggest gripes in BNI was I didn't like how most people invited me to the meetings. And I used to be the chapter trainer. So I'd say, guys, it's not a cult. You don't have to be covert about, I'm going to invite you to this thing next week to talk about your business. I'm just talking about me. I'm just saying that's what put me off for years and years and years and years. I never joined BNI because I felt like they didn't give me enough information. They're like, oh, you get to come and talk about your business, but they didn't tell me that in some chapters I'm going to have to wait 2 hours because it's a really big chapter, okay? But BNI is an amazing networking opportunity. One of the things that, and I'm not in BNI anymore, so it's not like I get a commission or anything for it, but if you're running a business, I would say, and you have an opportunity to visit a BNI, or if you have an opportunity and you have the type of business where it's actually useful to join BNI, because some of the things that I got from BNI is every week you have to talk about your business. And because you have to pay to be a part of BNI, the people in your chapter are serious business people. And then every week you're going to learn something new because people bring different things, training and different information. But the other thing I liked about it, it forced me to be more organized. Because you're going to meet every week, and if you don't, you get the ruler. You get the ruler on the hand. So anyone in here, if you haven't heard of BNI, everyone that's in BNI, raise your hand. See one of these people. See one of these people. It's not a cult. You go, they're not going to force you to join, but it's a really quick way of expanding your network. And like my chapter had about 22 people in it. By being a member of BNI, I had 21 advocates for my business that every week were able to go out there and talk about my business and refer people to me. Who would find that beneficial, having 21 or 22 or 20 or 30 people every week out there with the ability to talk about your business? Raise your hand. Okay, so you need to talk to someone from BNI. But with the networking, as I said, just make sure that when you're networking, you find out some things about the person, under-promise, over-deliver. So if you tell someone you're going to call them, call them. One of the challenges that I've had at bigger events sometimes, we go to these really big events that they excel, and I'm not saying you shouldn't go. You go to these really big events, and you come away with 15, 20, 30 business cards. You don't even remember anything about the people. You call them, they don't remember anything about you. So what I want to do is encourage everyone today to be deliberate in getting to know someone, getting to understand what their business does. And in your mind, this is one of my superpowers. In my mind, I have like this Rolodex thing where I can meet someone, they can tell me something about their business or about their service, and I can think of someone I can connect them with. So what I want to be able to do is be that person that I can connect people. I'm not asking for a commission, but if I can be valued by people as someone that you can go to and get connections with other people, I bring value to them, and just through the laws of reciprocation, they'll want to add value to me.